Welcome back, to newcomers. I'd like to apologize to State's Attorney. I hope you guys like the new layout. I think it's pretty awesome. Let's continue this case. We are right on the tip of going to the trial, so let's do this.
Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo.
Phoenix, we haven't seen you in a couple episodes.
I heard you did well in trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion.
What does Detective Skye say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know.
You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point.
That's Apollo for you. Ba-doop boop boo doo. That's Apollo. Alright, let us talk. 7 years ago.
7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it.
It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you?
Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time.
17 years old? That's still high school.
He took the bar exam abroad, in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know.
That's Europe for you. Ba-doop boop boo doo. That's Europe.
I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all.
That's all? How could that be all?
What do you mean?
What about when they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Forged evidence.
Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself?
How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial?
Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. Haha, I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it?
But...
I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know.
Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Guess not. That's all we can do here, folks. The next thing we gotta do is this. We're gonna go back to People Park real quick. Because I did miss something there. There was something extra I was supposed to do at People Park, so... People Park, away! Let's... present... Well, actually, no, we have to examine. Well, no, first of all, not examine. We have to go to the court record. And we have to check the slippers. Because there is a toe print in here. That is not very obvious. Because it's inside the thing, obviously. Come on, give me the toe print. There we go. I wonder, could this be a print?
Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call.
I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print.
This could be a vital piece of evidence.
Alright, dusting for prints. Wow, the cocaine is slowing down my frame rate. That's awesome. Yeah. Frame rate slowing cocaine for the win. And there's our print. Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe.
Wow, I feel like the case is solved already.
What was that next? We have to match the print, right?
Right, let's match it. Wait, the detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo.
Oh, good point.
Maybe we should ask her. Get some expert advice.
I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Alright, so we shall. Let's present with the slippers.
Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print.
Too bad we don't know whose toe it is.
Well, there is a way of finding out, of course.
There is? What?
All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person were both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. I think I just might, actually.
Really?
I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Skye, can you compare the sample with the other print? Da-da-da-da-da-da, sandals. The pair of sandals, toe print and all.
Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy.
Can you analyze it for us?
Of course. Hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good.
Hey, we were the ones who found the prints.
A perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers.
I was afraid of that.
All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know?
I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer. To the truth. Dun-na! Alright. Cool. So now what we do is we go back to... Actually, we probably could have done this in the opposite order, and it probably wouldn't have made a difference, but... Now we go back to the detention center, and we gotta talk to Wocky. Yeah, I scouted ahead a little bit, so I didn't wander around much this episode. That's why I know all this. June the 16th, detention center, visitors room.
Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's...
Hey, who you calling Angel?
Oh, you again.
Do you always have to announce your entrances like that?
Me and my old man, man. Now I'm on the funk and it's his fault.
One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly.
You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Course I don't care if they lock me up, I'm ready to go.
Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Some days I wonder why you do what you do too, Apollo. Guilty verdict.
Hey man, you won't see me bug about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't get the death penalty, do they?
You didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words.
Me and my old man is whack. That's the point, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Oh, my dead body! I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just keep me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Lita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family.
Aw, they be little gangsters cleaning up little litter and stuff like that. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Okay, now let's present these sandals, because these sandals actually belong to a little Tiala, and so do those slippers. Wocky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you?
Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her.
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Man, so cute, man.
So these sandals are hers.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling.
What's up with the funky vibes?
Yeah. Sandals updated on court record. Alright, well, okay, so we haven't unlocked anything yet. However, we can show Wocky this chart.
Huh? What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait.
That's right, Wocky. It's yours.
Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Ah, take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala.
Huh? You lawyers do your homework.
So, you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So?
Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting?
Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad.
So you shall. Let's see. Wocky and Alita.
About half a year ago, shot their little tough war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks.
The Maractus Clinic.
That's where I met her. My fallen angel.
You mean Alita Tiala?
She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies.
Right.
She was done with the clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said?
She said, no, you're a creeper, and she filed a restraining order on your otaku butt.
What did she say?
Come on, give it some thought.
I just gave it some thought. I know what she said.
She said real quiet like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me.
So, that was the proposal? That's some Disney crap right there. Jeez.
You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye.
About that op.
Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
Health checkup.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying?
But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. But hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I?
Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before?
No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean.
Huh. Well, I believe that's all the information we can extract out of him. Very interesting. Now, the last thing we do before the court case is we go back to the People Park, show that updated sandal to Miss Skye, and then we move on. So let's do this crap. Investigation is about to be over. Da-da!
Well, if the prints on these slippers and these sandals match, which they do, it means that the same person was wearing them.
You know, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing!
It is, isn't it? I've never felt so alive.
I don't know about science, but this is a major lead. Dang right. Was that not what we were supposed to do? I'm confused. Okay, what if we show her the slippers again, then? No? Alright, whoa, we have to show her the lamp. Say, could you take a look at this lamp?
The bulb's broken.
Right. Strange, isn't it?
Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh?
Ouch.
I still think it's kind of odd.
Okay, now, can we talk to you about that? No. What if we presented you with the squished bullet?
Detective Skye, I was wondering about this.
Ah, Trucy, wait!
What?
This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet.
Oh, right! We can use this for the trial tomorrow.
Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly.
If you say so. Okay, what about Wocky's chart? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, gotcha. We can't show that to her either. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, is there anything else here worth showing? I have no idea. Okay, so we move back to the Kitaki mansion. There's gotta be something else with Wocky then. What else would there be? Back to the Wright Anything Agency. Anybody at the Hickfield Clinic? We always gotta check there. Nope, Phoenix is gone. So back to the Wright Anything Agency we go. Dang it, I scouted ahead so I could avoid having to do this. Back to the detention center then. Let's present the bullet. See if the bullet has anything to do with this. He seems preoccupied with something else. Okay, well maybe the sandals? Slippers? No? Okay. No slippers. No, okay, we already did that. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. What about this lamp? Nope. No lamps. Alright. God, this is difficult. Alright, we haven't tried to go back to the Maractus Clinic in a while. Maybe Mr. Eldoon's there. Jewel on the 16th, Eldoon's house.
Mr. Eldoon! We've been looking all over for you.
Oh, he is here, okay.
What's the matter, Trucy, though?
Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay?
I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good.
Mr. Eldoon? Alright. Here's the chart, Mr. Eldoon. Tell us all about it. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this?
A medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon?
What's going on here?
That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial, on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
ABD?
Oh, but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer.
Oh, crap. This game got dark. Can you tell us why? Whoa.
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon.
That's quite a personality change.
You listen up good now, son.
No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Wow, Dr. Eldoon. Talk to me, Dr. Eldoon.
Well, according to this chart, this Wocky Kitaki feller's not doing so well.
I like how he's all prim and proper, but he still says feller.
He's got a bullet right upside his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that the bullet is stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, about the only reason I can think of is, it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
That bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with.
You mean...
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
Trucy's a magician. Can she do it?
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear.
Aw, dang
I
it.
haven't learned bullets yet.
pulse with the heart pumping and the lungs working. That bullet's on the move. I give him another half a year, tops.
But Wocky's operation was already half a year ago.
That's why I'm saying you're out of time! That kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great, just great. Maractus's dilemma.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
Got a pretty good idea how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair.
About the only thing he could do was sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go a meeting he couldn't take it out.
The Kitakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Wocky's back on the streets living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
Good God.
How awful.
And which doctor would they take him to? Roctis? He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened.
That's just horrible! He left Wocky to die!
There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these games, turf wars are like kids' games. When you're against real evil. Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Wocky, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Wocky.
He's real lucky to be alive, even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala?
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Wocky's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking, Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? And we're gonna have to find out next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and the trial, final trial of Case 2 begins.